Good morning, Griff. Good morning, Boozy Burger Bell. Good morning, guys. Who is the third person in the room? Who is the fourth person in the room? I need 2 more people to comment. In the pub, very nice. Good morning, Samantha Joe. Welcome. We have 1 person who hasn't commented yet. Who is the 4th person who hasn't commented yet? Are you here to creep? Are you here to give timestamps to people? Look what the Dutch is saying. He has an opinion. Good to see you, boss. Ooh, I scared away the 4th person. Good, I scared away the 4th person. Look at that, folks. You're seeing a phenomena right now, an amazing phenomena right now. Every now and then, the skyscrapers make clouds. And number 4 and number 3 World Trade Center are doing that right now. What's happening is that the buildings are so warm relative to the air around it that it's making kind of like a condensation. You know, like when snow melts and it kind of gives off that kind of vapor, that kind of steam. That's what's kind of happening right now with the buildings right now. And it's really coming off. It's really visual here. Let me just pump the camera up here. There's a little bit more here because you can really see how much it's moving. It is absolutely beautiful down here right now. The winds have not picked up. Isn't it crazy, Griff? Let's get out into the middle of Park Row. I want to show you guys. It's from the middle of Park Row. It looks even more crazy. It looks even a little bit more crazy. But the tourists are smart today. They haven't come on my bike tour today. So this is a good thing. So I'm getting paid to do this very video right now. So big shout out to Unlimited Biking, where you bike more and pay less. Come on out. So later on today, the winds should be picking up here in New York. Another beautiful day here in New York. They're smart because these roads are like scary today, man. These roads with a little bit of slush out here. This is like subtly dangerous and messy. Like riding in this, it just would have been messy. Miss Chan, good to see you. Like, oh, look at that. So what's happening is again, the condensation, the buildings are warmer than the air temperature. So thus, the buildings are making clouds. Number 3 World Trade Center and number 4 World Trade Center are making clouds right now. This is what you're seeing. I want to stand in the middle of the street somewhere here in Park Row. Good to see you, Susie Bay. Good morning. All right. Let me jump out here into Park Row. Yes, now it's getting cold. That wind is picking up as we speak. Oh, and I think number one World Trade Center might be making clouds too right now. Let's come around. Wait, we gotta see number 1 World Trade Center now. As I stand in the middle of Park Row. Look at the sky right now. It's absolutely nuts. Down the block, the municipal building. Right down there with a beautiful statue. As I quickly cross the street here, make sure I don't get hit by a city bike. Oh, these wacky people with their city bikes. Let's go around here. Oh, hopefully everyone's having a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening. I know Boozy's having a good evening out there in Wigan. He's in the pub. Having a beer. Ain't nothing wrong with having a beer. 16 degrees over there. Whoa. Cold out there in Scotland. Get warm. On Broadway, baby. Wow, look at this. The water is actually giving off a little bit of steam. There you go, Susie. Catch up the Boozy, Susie. Susie May reminding me of my days when I worked downtown and in the morning and come home drinking in the morning. That was always the best. Drinking in the morning. It's like, woo, I got nowhere to go today. I'm gonna drink, baby. I don't go back to work. I don't gotta go back to work until 11 o'clock tonight. Do some morning drinking and take a nap like a champ. Beers and burgers at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now you're talking, Boozy. Now you're talking. Ooh, this slush here. Just walking on this slush is dangerous, man. Good to see you, me Candy. Yes, the visuals are beautiful. We have a nice strong signal here in Lower Manhattan this morning. And let me cross the street here. And we have the big rat. The big rat is set up here down the block. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. #1 World Trade Center making the cloud also. But it's shining right there into the sunlight. Wow. That is, you know what? The live stream is not doing that justice. That looks so freaking cool. Holy cow. That is really neat. That is really, really... Do you see the rays coming off of it? Holy cow. Can't even see the top of it. It's just making the cloud at the top. 1,776 feet tall is #1 World Trade Center, or 542 meters. She is the 4th tallest building in the world, and the tallest building on the North American continent, or the Western Hemisphere. I'm sorry, Western Hemisphere. Tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. And look, oh, look at the spire is just coming out. The spire is just coming out. Wow, this is amazing. Spire's just coming out from it. Wow. I feel like running up onto the Brooklyn Bridge. This probably looks amazing from the Brooklyn Bridge right now. This probably looks absolutely amazing from the Brooklyn Bridge. What do you say? Should we walk over to the Brooklyn Bridge? Should we get the skyline from the Brooklyn Bridge right now? This is what I don't know what's cool, but I like standing underneath it because you can see the rays, the sun rays coming off of the building right now. Right? You want to go to this Brooklyn Bridge? So let's go to Brooklyn Bridge. Let's go to Brooklyn Bridge. Let's go to Brooklyn Bridge. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. We'll walk halfway up onto the bridge. We will walk halfway up onto the bridge. Good morning, Robert. Okay, we're gonna get up to the Brooklyn Bridge now. Get this vantage point here. Once again, I gotta be careful. This little treacherous, little slush to walk in here. I know, right? Watch it be gone by the time I get up there. I'll keep looking back at it. I don't think we're gonna lose it just yet. I think we may have a little bit more time to see it. Good morning, Jim. Everyone follow JKRSPEC net. Give Jim a follow. I'll see you later, boss. Don't work too hard. And that's what replay's for. For good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. Everybody, that's what replay's for. Still got the turn light on here. It's still going. It's definitely still going. He does need to put more salt down, but the thing is that if they put more salt down, see, it's all gonna get washed away. Alistair Bruce, good to see you. Good to see you, Pat. Good morning. If they put more salt down, it's just gonna get washed away. It's gonna get very warm today, so they did put down salt and what's that other stuff called? Brine. Let's go over to the Brooklyn Bridge. Let's go over to my office. They could take the boy off the Brooklyn Bridge. Why is the flag at half-mast? Yesterday we put to rest a New York City detective. All the flags are at half-staff here in New York City for the week in honor of the detective who passed away. I believe it was last week up in Queens. They laid him to rest yesterday. And very tragic. Very tragic. And yeah, but that's why the flags are at half-mast. All right, let's quickly make our way over to the beautiful 135-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, very sad. Usually when we lose a fireman or a police officer, the flags go to half-mast for at least a week, sometimes longer. So, all depends on the situation. Oh, it feels good in the sun. Ooh, that feels good. And I never thought I'd feel this way. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. For sure, that's what replay's for. I'll see you later, Miss Jan. Have a great day. Right. All right. Let's turn around, see if the buildings are still making clouds. And see if the buildings are still making clouds. Here's the big plaza. That's right. My new single for the punk band Candy Bat. That's right, we're taking a tear up the charts. This is Candy Bat. Next song is FOR Flankers. Oi, 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 oi. FOR Flankers. FOR Flankers. FOR Flankers. FOR the Wankers. Good, I'm happy that song will be stuck in your head. There it is. The Brooklyn Bridge. Right there, baby. Right there. Going right into the sun. Going right into the sun, baby. The buildings are still giving off steam. The buildings, I could assure you, whoa, he's coming really fast. Wait now, it's like he ran the red light. Going that fast. Yeah, I saw woke up this morning a little early. Ended up watching the segment with, what's her name? I love that singer. I'm blinking. Why am I blanking on her name? Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick was on Sunday morning on CBS last week. So I woke up watching the segment to that this morning. And I tell you, man, so many great songs from Dionne Warwick, and especially when she combined her talents with the great Hal David and Burt Bacharach. That was like a match made in heaven. It's a little hard now for me to read your comments, but I'll scroll back if necessary, because it is, as you see, rather bright out here. Oh man, it feels good in the sun. Holy cow. This is so great. Oh yeah, all the buildings are making fog. Yeah, we gotta get out. We gotta get out. Yeah, she is the queen of music, absolutely. Or the great auntie. The great auntie of music. And to the voice, may she rest, the great Whitney Houston. I was thinking about Whitney and how tragic that was. But Dionne, she's still going. God bless her. as we make our way up on the 135-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Steam power, horsepower, and raw manpower. That's what's built the Brooklyn Bridge. Built in an era before electricity. The Brooklyn Bridge is truly a handmade modern marvel. That's right. Auntie, auntie, auntie. Oi, oi, oi. Boy, that's random. That's random, Susie May. What a beautiful day to make content. What a beautiful day to make some real content. Content that people can watch years from now. That's why I love YouTube. Actually watching some of my older videos. If you have already subscribed to this channel, check out the playlist I'm featuring right now. It's of the old cable access show I used to do. Had a good laugh with the wife last night, watching my old cable access show. It was awesome. You're in rare form. I know you're in rare form. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The sights and the sounds of New York. So, for the two people who keep DMing me telling me that it's okay, I will get my account back on that other app. Here's my message to you. I am not coming back. There is no me coming back. And I don't feel bad. So, again, I've been making content here on YouTube since 2006. And, yeah, it's better over here. There is no me coming back. But the radio show will come back. And more details will come in the coming weeks. So get ready for that. YouTube sent the congratulations. Awesome, you reached 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Jim. I love that email. It says, this is bananas when you hit 1,000 subscribers. It says, this is bananas. That's a crazy shot right there. All right, awesome. I'm so happy for Jim. And if you're not subscribed to Jim, he does some amazing, beautiful stuff looking at the birds in Long Island, sunrises. He rides the LIRR. So, he's giving you some good stuff. He has a great video from a few years back from the World Trade Center, which I highly recommend checking out. Oh, wow. Wait till I turn around, guys. It looks so cool when I turn around. I want to kind of build the suspense now, because the view is nuts. It is a beautiful sight. New York City. Walking in the footsteps of Frank Sinatra right now in that beautiful new movie from 1947. It Happened in Brooklyn. Get your screenshots, that's right. Playing on, oh awesome, springtime. Yeah, come on out, Jim. When it gets a little warmer, come on out. Come on out, especially when the survivor tree begins to bloom. Because when the survivor tree blooms, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Oh. Here it is. I love to think as I walk on these wooden planks, you'll be there. Awesome. It's pretty quiet on the bridge today. I think the people aren't awake yet. So usually by 10 o'clock, it'll get more crowded. So it's pretty quiet for now. This is why I always recommend, if you can, ride a bike, walk over the Brooklyn Bridge nice and early. It is the 4th most popular destination here in New York City amongst tourists, so it gets a little crowded. These are crazy looking shot right there. As we come amongst the cables. Oh, Griff, that's seriously one of the great ultimate New York things you could do is sunrise on the Brooklyn Bridge. You see the sunrise over downtown Brooklyn. There's just something about it. There's just something about it. I've done it many times, and I've seen it many times, and I have to say, it is absolutely gorgeous when you watch that sunrise from the Brooklyn Bridge. It's really nothing like it. And probably the best part is that there's nobody on the bridge usually at that time, so you could get some amazing pictures. So I highly recommend doing that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be awesome, Griff. It's gonna be awesome. Good to see you, Norm. Good morning from Bangor, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, America starts here. All right, we are on the bridge, baby. So here, right over the East River right now. A little cloudy, a little foggy there, Bob. Foggy, good morning. Hold on, we're gonna get that view of the little foggy. The buildings are making fog. The buildings are making fog right now. All the buildings in Lower Manhattan are making fog. We gotta get to the center span here. We gotta get to the center span. Pennsylvania, that's right. I love Pennsylvania. Beautiful state, beautiful people. Let's get out to the middle of the bridge here. There it is, New York Harbor. Once we get to the middle of the bridge, we will have a view of the Statue of Liberty. This is what being in New York is all about, though. In a nutshell, this is what being in New York is all about. A walk over the Brooklyn Bridge. People watching. Enjoying the greatest city in the world. Oh yeah. Well, this is gonna be a crazy view when we get to the middle of the bridge here. This is gonna be a crazy view. That wind is beginning to pick up. Hopefully the wind muff is working. Let me know if you guys are getting wind noise so I'll readjust the wind muff. But I'm pretty sure the wind muff is in the correct position. As we come out onto the center span. Every day, 91,000 people cross the Brooklyn Bridge. No wind. Thank you so much, Susie May. Oh my God. See, the Manhattan Bridge is great because the Manhattan Bridge, it's like it's like top of the rock, so you get your pictures in. So you get your Manhattan Bridge picture. Well, you get your Brooklyn Bridge picture in there from the Manhattan Bridge. Thank you so much, Samantha. And I recommend Manhattan Bridge for sunsets. The only thing about the Manhattan Bridge is that because it rattles around and moves around so much, if you try to do any long exposure shots, if a subway train comes rolling around, kind of messes up the shot. So you can see the buildings in Brooklyn also making some clouds. But we are right now center span of the bridge, and wait until I turn around, guys, because when I turn around, the view is going to be absolutely tremendous on this beautiful February morning. And we're going to go to the right to the middle. We're going right to the middle. Oh, wow, 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 wow. As Borat would say, wah, wah, wee, wah. All right. Oh, it is awesome with the subway trains rolling right next to you. Here is the expansion joint to the Brooklyn Bridge. We are at the very, very center of the bridge. As we look down, there she is, the lady in the harbor, the Statue of Liberty, right down there. But here we go. Look at this. All of Lower Manhattan right now, making a cloud right now. The buildings are, look at that cloud that's below the World Trade Center. Number 3 and number 4 are really the cloud makers right now, as you can see. It's literally, I love this. Look at this. This is like totally setting it all up. I could imagine how awesome this will look from a boat. If you're out in New York Harbor, this will look fantastic. Good to see you, Brooklyn Kid NYC. Hello. Welcome to the Brooklyn Bridge. We're here watching number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center make clouds. They're literally making clouds right now. This is a pretty cool sight that does not happen very often. So this is something that I want everyone to really, I hope you guys could all take this in, because this is a rare sight you're seeing right now. This usually only happens during the springtime or during like the late winter, when you have a lot of, like, whether it be snow melting or a lot of fog. We're not going to talk about that, Brooklyn Kid. Don't worry about that. That's completely irrelevant to the situation. We're here to look at the beauty of the Brooklyn Bridge, of number 4 and number 3 World Trade Center make clouds. Good to see you, Guy Heyman, driving those roads of America. Norm, thanks for watching on YouTube Red. I got a nice little cut of that, my friend. I get a nice little cut of that. Even Midtown is making clouds right now. We're gonna flip the camera over now to Midtown. Because when we look over towards Midtown right now, you can see that it's making clouds also over here. Look at this. Day you just woke up, nice. Just looking out of the window, watching the asphalt grow. Why it all seems so hammered down. Keeping your head above water, making the way when you can, a temporary layoffs, good times, easy crime and rip-offs, good times, scratching and surviving, good times, hanging in the chow line, good times, ain't we lucky we got them, good times, yeah. It's not a long walk, Brooklyn Kid, not a long walk at all. It's a little over 1.5 miles long, not a long walk at all. Yes, you can. You can blame New York on the rain. Blame it on the rain. Wow, look at that. Those clouds are coming right from number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center right over our heads. Good to see you, WWE. Welcome. We're seeing number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center make clouds right now. They're literally making clouds right now. This is a phenomenon that does not happen very often. An amazing experience here on the 135-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. And even Midtown is also making clouds. Nah, you know, WWE, I'm never coming back, WWE, and please do not mention that app ever again, please. They're completely irrelevant. So, if you miss me, watch me here on YouTube. It's much better. Look at the video quality, for God's sake. Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Look at that view, wow. That is so cool. That is so freaking cool right there. So what's happening is that the wind is coming from the west right now. And what's happening is that there's probably some snow on the roofs of these buildings. And what's happening is that it's creating condensation. And as the wind comes over and it's a little bit warmer here on the ground, it creates that condensation and a low cloud fog effect rolling off of the building. So if you had a time lapse going, if you had a time lapse camera going right now, you would see the fog coming right off the buildings depending on the wind direction. I know, we're here for science! Science! That's right. Thank you so much for tuning in here on YouTube. Thanks for changing the channel. Getting a little bit more crowded now over here on the 135-year-old Brooklyn Bridge. Beautiful view, though. Beautiful view. Gotta love it. Midtown looking great also. Up 720, baby. That's right, Jim. Thank you so much. Oh, I could imagine from the top of the World Trade Center, you'd be going in and out of the cloud, but you might be able to see it, like how it like forms from up there. It's pretty freaking cool. And the wind, as I'm up here, the wind is definitely picking up a little bit more. So let's get one more shot of the beautiful Statue of Liberty right there. Liberty enlightening the world. Right down there in the middle of New York Harbor. As we make our way over Governor's Island, we'll be hanging out on Governor's Island very soon. And then we come down to my little world, the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, way off in the distance. You might not be able to see it right there. I would love to go up to the World Trade Center to see the clouds, but unfortunately my tour guide friend is not working today up there. If he was working up there today, he would have been able to get us up there, but unfortunately he's not working today. What's the circle in the water? Are you talking about that big gray building? Are you talking about that big gray building right there? That big gray building in the center of the screen, that is the ventilation shaft for the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. You may have seen that movie in Men in Black. That is where we hide all of our fugitive aliens from around the universe. This was better than eating a burrito in an igloo, absolutely. And there it is, Staten Island Ferry. Do you know that more people ride the Staten Island Ferry than use Periscope every day? That's right. Up to 75,000 people every day ride the Staten Island Ferry, one of the last rail to subway connections in the world, or in the United States actually. Further right, okay. Further right. I don't know what circle you're talking about there. You rode a Staten Island Ferry. I think you're talking about that building right there. Oh, you're talking about this circle. Okay, I see what you mean. So right there in the middle of the screen, that is Castle William. Castle William was a fort that was built for the for the War of 1812, which never happened, by the way. But that is a kind of a mirror fort. So there's a fort on the other side of the entrance to the East River, and that is called Castle Clinton. But this is called Castle William, and we will be going inside of that and exploring that in the coming months when Governor's Island opens up. But yes, you're seeing condensation. You're seeing condensation coming off the buildings. This is what you're seeing. You're seeing the condensation coming off of the buildings. The buildings are creating their own clouds right now. Number 4, number 3 World Trade Center. Number 1 World Trade Center kind of lost in the clouds from number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center. But because they're the tallest, they're kind of bringing down the cloud and making that cloud condensate right there before your eyes. Kind of amazing. It's science! You gotta get out to Governor's Island. I highly recommend it. You know what I say about Governor's Island? If you want a place for peace and quiet, go to Governor's Island. Where is the King Kong building? You mean the Empire State Building? The Empire State Building right now lost in the clouds, which is making a cloud right now down there in Midtown. Let's go. Let's get one more last shot here of Midtown. And we're gonna zoom right on into the Empire State Building. Right there in the center of the screen. You can barely see it, the Empire State Building. The gold pyramid that you see, that is the New York Life Insurance Building, the original building, and that was the tallest building in the world in 1909. That's actually right there by Madison Square Park. Good to see you, my dog Indy, out there in Huntington Beach, California. Welcome. But as you see, even Midtown also making clouds right now. Jim, that is okay. Yeah, you know, let me rant about something that actually affects me. So, the R train proposal to divide the R train. Evidently, the people say that the R train was working better when you had to transfer to the 405 to go underneath the East River, and then you would rejoin the R at Court Street. It is the stupidest idea because for me, it added 20 minutes to my daily commute, and that 405, because it got all that more load and pressure, the 405 was an absolute nightmare to ride coming into New York and coming into the city. And mind you, I only needed to ride the 405 for about maybe 3 or 4 stops. Stupid idea. And I cannot believe Max Rose, who is it, Gutierrez, and Forsyth, whatever her name is. And these are the people I voted for, to bring that moronic proposal together. Yeah, it's moronic. It's dumb. I don't understand it. If you have a tunnel, use it. Why are you gonna put a tunnel out of commission like that? The Montague Tunnel, the tunnel that the R train uses, is perfectly good. Good morning. No notifications. It's okay. Good morning, Dave. I hope it doesn't change either. There you go, Brooklyn kid. So, yeah. What they should do is they should extend the W into Brooklyn and make the W express when it gets to Brooklyn. That would be the best way to alleviate the congestion of the R, because this is what's happening. And it's true, while it is true that picking up the R train at Court Street was pretty cool because it was like the first stop, so you always had a seat. Yeah, you had to transfer to the 405, which was really annoying. Enjoy coffee number 2. I gotta get coffee number 1. Of course, the A train tunnel. There are 3 tunnels that are underneath us right here, just to the left of me here on the Brooklyn Bridge. There are 3 tunnels. There's a tunnel for the 405. There's a tunnel for the 2-3. There's a tunnel for the A and the C, and there's a tunnel for the R. So there's 4 tunnels. 4 tunnels. There he is. Duty Ron's in the house. Everyone follow Duty Ron. Good to see you, Duty Ron. Good morning. Welcome to the Brooklyn Bridge. Number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center are making clouds right now. Is it for bikes or something? I don't know what's for bikes or something. Oh, why is everyone? Yes, it is. It's for bikes. It's for bikes. Yes. This is the bike lane on this side. And I'm so old, I remember when it was reversed. I remember when the bike lane was on the left side. So right now, number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center are making clouds. The fog is rolling off of the buildings. It's pretty amazing. And as the Brooklyn Bridge gets more crowded, everybody's waking up. Of course. Thanks for sharing on Twitter. Jack Dorsey's own. Jackie Dorsey. Thanks for sharing, Duty Ron. Appreciate it. The autocorrect won. That's right. Autocorrect always wins. All right, let's get off the bridge. Let's get underneath. Let's get underneath the World Trade Center now. Hopefully it doesn't stop making the cloud. Let's get underneath it now. Walk around Memorial Plaza for a little bit. The Brooklyn Bridge. Designed by John Augustus Roebling. Construction began in 1869, took 13 long years to build the bridge. The bridge was then completed in 1883. in May 1883. I'm not gonna run. Got a gimbal. I'm rocking a gimbal. The ground is a little wet, a little slippery. Oh, that's right. WWE's Miami Heat. There you go. There you go. That's right. Oh, the Brooklyn Bridge. Like I said, again, if you want to see a great movie that features my Brooklyn Bridge, watch It Happened in Brooklyn, a lovely film from 1947 starring a very young Frank Sinatra and one of my all-time favorites, Jimmy Durante. That's why there's a picture. That's right, that's why there's a picture of a guy on a bike. Yes, yes, it's a bike lane. That's right, he's gonna be in Miami tomorrow. He's flying out to warmer pastures. It's a lovely thing. It's a pretty long tunnel. They're all pretty long tunnels underneath the East River. And considering they built those tunnels in the 19-teens, it's truly works of engineering. That's what people don't understand. When they built the subway tunnels underneath the East River, that was a monumental task. That was not easy. Look at number 3 World Trade Center. Look at number 3 World Trade Center, how it gives off the cloud. Look at how it's making the cloud. Look at that. You really can see it right there. There must be a lot of snow still up there on the top of the building, creating all that condensation. That looks so neat. You can see it come right off the top. Yes, he did. No, before he even built the bridge. Basically, when John Roebling first came here with his family in the 1820s, he founded an agrarian farming village called Saxonburg in western Pennsylvania that was along the Beaver Canal. He noticed on a regular basis, John Roebling noticed on a regular basis that the hemp ropes that were transporting the barges up and down the canal, these hemp ropes would on a regular basis snap, killing and maiming people in the process. So what happened was John Roebling devised a method to twine steel cable around a hemp rope, and he started one of the first steel wire manufacturing companies in the United States. It made him immensely rich. It saved him from the drudgery of the farm. And then he could focus on his main vocation, which is engineering and architecture. John Roebling was a genius. He was a mathematician, he was an engineer, he was an architect, and most of the works that he has created, he superintended there in construction himself. He was kind of a perfectionist. His son was his favorite apprentice. His son, Washington Roebling, was his favorite apprentice right there. And make sure you come with an empty stomach. You're buying lunch today. You got it, Ron. You got it, Ron. I'm only gonna get coffee now. I'm only gonna have a coffee. Looks, so we're eating, baby. We're eating. Sounds good, Ron. We're eating, baby. We're eating. I could go for a coffee right now, though. I am going to get a coffee right now. As I come off the Brooklyn Bridge. Had to visit my office at least once today. Or this week. Yes, I have, Susie May. I took Nabul and his family around Central Park on Monday. That fantastic day of Monday where I got a raise. And yeah. Took him around Central Park, met his kids. I love his daughter. His daughter's so cute. She's a little troublemaker. But they got the awesome picture at Alice in Wonderland, Angel of the Waters, all that good stuff. You're a Beaver, that's right. So the building here in front of us, this is the City Municipal Building. At the very top, the statue of civic virtue. She is a gold statue. Well, actually, she is a copper statue clad in 24-karat gold leaf. She's the third tallest statue here in New York City. And then over to the right of that other gold pyramid, that is one of the federal courthouses. Actually, that might be the building where I got my marriage license. But it's in that building. And I said, oh, Nabil's downtown, baby. Nabil's downtown, baby. All right. He came downtown, baby. Downtown, baby. Downtown, baby. Downtown, baby. Downtown. Downtown's where it's at. It's where the food is at. It's where the food is at. I know, we gotta go meet Nabil now. Well, I'm gonna go back to Central City Hall Park. And I'm doing great, Wilbs. Good to see ya. Good morning. Doing great. Nobody showed up on my bicycle tour this morning, so plus I'm getting paid to do this YouTube video right now. Thanks to Unlimited Biking, where you bike more and pay less. Do you have a New York or Explorer pass? Come to one of our 8 locations here in Manhattan, and you could grab yourself a bike for a day, or come on one of our tours. Downtown is the best. No, Nabil is not in chat, Ron. He just texted me. He just texted me. Yeah, no, Nabil just texted me. So I got the notification on the top of my phone. It is a private delegation. Well, I could be. Wait, are we still going? Do you still want to go meet up in Coney Island, or do you want to meet somewhere else, like maybe in Bay Ridge? We could, of course, do the Wicked Monk in Bay Ridge if you'd like. That's another great spot. Boozy Burger Bell actually made a pilgrimage to the Wicked Monk in Bay Ridge. You know, whatever's easier for you, Ron. I mean, truth be told, Coney Island's a bit dead right now, and eating options really are limited. I mean, it's either IHOP or Applebee's or Grimaldi's. Which shall you choose? I highly recommend choosing our 57th Street location. That's where all the real nice spikes are, besides the 56th Street location. And if you go to our 56th Street location, which the address is pretty awesome, 56th Street, you never know, you might get to see the Salt BAE in there. He is a regular user of our cycles. Also a big fan of Unlimited Biking is what's his name? Blinking on his name. The comedian is a comedian. He was the voice of the donkey in Shrek, and I'm blanking on his name. Why am I blanking on his name? He's like one of my favorite comedians. Who played? Eddie Toyota's following me today? No, not Eddie Murphy. No, you know what? Eddie Murphy did the voice. Wrong actor then. Wrong actor. From Everyone Hates Chris, not Eddie Murphy. Yeah. I'm about to say he was in Saturday Night Live, but Eddie Murphy was also in Saturday Night Live. I could see him. I could literally see him and hear him right now, and I'm blanking. I cannot believe I'm blanking on his name. That ain't right. That ain't right. Not Will Ferrell. Not Will Ferrell. No. A black comedian. Chris Rock. There it is. Carl got it. 10 internet points for Carl. Chris Rock. Chris Rock uses our bikes very often. Actually, it's a pretty cool picture. I believe there's a picture of him still on our Instagram, where you see Chris Rock rocking one of our bikes. You You gotta run. The spot in Bay Ridge, parking is fine. A little suck for me, but it's all good. All right, so we're gonna meet in Bay Ridge. All right. We're gonna go to the Monk. We're gonna go to the Monk. We're gonna go with the Monk. All right, so drive safe. I'm gonna DM you in a little bit. Actually, how much time we got on this video here? We got 50 minutes, right? Yeah, okay, so let me walk over to City Hall Park and I'm gonna end this video. And then start shooting out everyone DMs. Because I could be back in Bay Ridge in about 40 minutes from here. So, back super quick. Look at that, it's still making clouds. It's still making clouds. Look at the shine from number 3 World Trade Center. So cool. Me too. Me too, Norm. I miss every day. I miss JNR Music World. Let me tell you something. JNR Music World was my go-to for hard drives. I used to always buy hard drives there. All right, awesome, Ron. I will see you there. You could be here in 10 hours. Hop on the plane. Steal yourself a Concorde. Be over here in 3.5 hours. If you need instructions on how to fly the Concorde, just text me and I'll text you how to fly the Concorde. 3 hours for Susie May to drive down from Vermont. That's right. 20 hours for Samantha Joe. All right. All right. Let's end this video. I really do love doing these videos. They're so much fun. They're so much fun. And for all my haters out there, for the people who want to hate me, I'm going to focus on my content and really piss you guys off. All right, so, oh, wow, look at that. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Look at that. Look at that shine. Look at how it's lighting up the whole streets. Look at that. We'll end it right there. That's right, Wilbs. Well, there you have it, folks. Another walk, another successful walk around Lower Manhattan. Checking out the clouds being made by number 3 and number 4 World Trade Center. Don't forget, have a great New York day, whether you live here or not. Hug your loved ones, cherish your moments. And good morning, Mrs. Calabash. Wherever you are. Stay warm, guys. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye-bye.